The tax reform bill has received a lot of criticism since it was introduced at the floor of the National Assembly. Most people who have criticized the tax reform bill are from the northern part of the country who believe that, the tax reform bill has no benefit to them and mostly favors the West. One of those people who has openly criticized the tax reform bill is Babagana Zulum, who is the successor of Shettima, and this has caused rifts allegedly between Tinubu and Shettima. Before we delve right into the details of today's news, if this is your first time here or you have not subscribed to this channel, please go ahead and subscribe. Like this video, also leave your opinions in the comment section below as well. Report has indicated that the 36 state governors reconsidered their initial rejection of a tax reform bills because of a strained relationship between President Bola Tinubu and Vice President Kashim Shettima, caused by Borno State Governor Babagana Zulum. The governors, through the National Economic Council (NEC), had late last year called on Tinubu to withdraw the bills to allow for broader consultations. However, the governors on Thursday unanimously endorsed a revised version of the bills, specifically the derivation principle in the sharing of value added tax. An investigation conducted by the Whistler reveals that Tinubu was piqued by the open involvement of Zulum in a media campaign to shoot down the bills. Having succeeded Shettima as Borno governor in 2019, Zulum was seen as fighting a proxy war for his mentor and political godfather. Zulum had warned that the bill could have devastating consequences for the northern region and other parts of the country as well. Even though the president and his close allies did not openly react directly to Zulum's criticism, sources at the presidential villa said the governor's action strained the relationship between the president and his deputy. Nigerians know the relationship between the Borno state governor and vice president, just as they know the relationship between Lagos state governor and the president. The voice of a governor of Lagos state might be taken for that of a president who is his political godfather. It's in the same way Zulum's action could be seen as signifying Shettima's position on any issue, rightly or wrongly. So people may not be too wrong if they say it's a case of Esau's hand, Jacob's voice. A presidential source told the aforementioned publication. The source further confirmed that the NEC, chaired by the vice president, had to intervene to tar the icy relationship between Tinubu and Shettima. That was why the governors, on the platform of the Nigeria Governors Forum, had to review their initial position on the bills and endorse an amended version of the document, the source added. You all, what are your thoughts? Let's have them in the comment section. Thank you very much for always listening and watching. Before we go, let's take a look at some of the reactions we got online. Igwe Romano says, who is the blogger trying to confuse? Governor Sule of Nasarawa said that Tinubu has removed all the clauses the northern elites were against before. We are watching. Awo Folaji Chris says, Kemi Badinok, you can defend Britain by not being combative. It seems you are at war with yourself. It seemed like, although this is off topic, but it seemed like each time Kemi Badinok is, answering questions and at an interview, she just cannot but mention Nigeria. She just cannot but, denigrate the country that she was born in. But it's so sad that, she's right on one side, but on the other hand, why must you always involve Nigeria when answering questions regarding the Britain? I don't even know what Nigeria has to do with with the United Kingdom. Why not just, answer your questions and, vie for the position you want to vie for peacefully without involving us? Godswin says, so it's not about the interests of a country, but about relationship wars. Achime Augustine says, let Governor Zulum and co. go and work hard for them to be able to take care of their state welfare and allow other states to benefit their tax-generated revenue. Mazio Dogu says, whether clean or dirty, all I know is that some water have gone under the bridge. May God help Nigeria. Oscar Chukwudi says, the word of God says that all things work together for good to them that love God, who are called according to his purpose. Okay, thank you for that. Dada Laki says the northern political elite created BH and bandits for us. The larger chunk of Nigerian resources is being spent to curb the insurgency, yet they are against tax reform bill. What a parasitic mind. You know that all this while that allocation has been shared using the formula of population, the states with the highest population, automatically, get the most allocation. These northern people have not complained. I just feel like this is a lesson for, people from other parts of the country, especially southwest and southeast. We just need to realize that, these people are actually fighting for their rights, whether we like it or not, or whether it favors, the other part of the country or not. These people are actually, their unity and cohesion is what I admire a lot. Because if it were to be in the West, notwithstanding the fact that it doesn't favor us, there will still be some Judas who will come out to say that, they are in support of it. They will put politics first instead of putting the people they are representing as number one. This is just a lesson for us anyway. Bernard Agbo says, if Zulum and Vice President does not have moral rights, why is Mr. President complaining of his vice? Regards to Zulum's comment. Shola Rotimi says, I don't know why you are reasoning together with people who don't understand the meaning of tax reform. It is a system of monkey they walk, baboon they chop. Exactly. The new system will ginger every state to be productive. That is one advantage that I love about the tax reform bill. States would not just sit down and expect at the end of the day that allocation will come. They need to work. It's not that some states will be the one, doing the chunk of the work, while other states that are doing nothing would want to benefit at the end of the day. It just doesn't work that way. And I don't think that, if we want to develop as a nation as a whole, that, it's going to be beneficial to everyone at the long run, because, states also needs to work. You need to bring in money. You don't just expect that you collect allocation at the end of the day without doing nothing. So you have to also contribute your quota one way or the other. The Vice President, Shettima and Zulum, does not have any moral justification to stand against the new tax reform bill, because the last chunk of Nigeria revenue derived from the payment of all forms of taxes, including VAT, is being spent on the problems they created for Nigerians, for us. You all, let's have your thoughts and opinions in the comment section. Thank you very much for always listening and watching. This is where I'm going to draw the curtain for now. I'll see you all in my next video. Bye for now.